It would help if I unmuted my microphone. Hello, everybody! How are we doing tonight? I know I already asked in chat, but I'm gonna ask again. Because I'm here now. I mean, I was here before, obviously, but I stepped away to replenish my snacks. And then I was eating my snacks. And I still am. So now I'm just yapping. You look wonderful. You are the fashionably late. A barista is neither early nor late. She arrives precisely when she means to. But yes, this is a new model that we introduced last week, made by the immaculate San Cisco. Nova is doing good being a gremlin and making art. Well, good for you. I love that for you. Souls, I did not think you were being rude at all. I was just making a reference and being silly. Doing good. Eyes better and videos doing good. And I'm very glad to hear that. I was going to ask if you were here, but you already answered the question for me. As for me, it was a pretty quiet day at home. Mr. Barista's been out of the house, so I had the house to myself. Which of course means I threw an absolute rager. Barista being silly, that's what I love to see. Being silly equals lots of fun. Well, I hope so. I'm just here to have a good time, and hopefully y'all are having a good time along with me. House party! Yeah, it was a house party consisting of taking a relaxing bath, doing dishes, and making onion and gnocchi soup. And rewatching the movie Hotel Transylvania. Really, a rip-roaring rager we're having here at the barista house today. No, we had to save the actual excitement for this. Could be better for me, but I'm glad you're alive to calm my mood. You watched it again. I love that movie. Yeah. I had opened up Hulu because I was just going to put something on in the background. And I saw it was there, so I was like, yeah, why not? It's only a 13-year-old movie. Nothing wrong with watching I don't know if it'd be a classic at this point. I think I saw somewhere there's some kind of new movie or series coming out related to it. But I'm not caught up on my Hotel Transylvania lore, to be honest. I was able to get a hoodie with my wife Jinx League of Legends on it for like 20 bucks, so I consider that a win. Getting just about anything these days for 20 bucks. I love that for you. Remember watching that movie I fell in love with? Forget I said anything. Okay, fair enough. Quick, a distraction. Let's go to trial. June 22nd. 12:04 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Actually, Mavis, right? Yeah, that is her name. Yeah. Yeah, Dracula's daughter. She is cute. Speaking of cute, here's Maya being sad. Fell in love with Kevin James Frankenstein like all of us. Yeah, we know. Listen. He looks like he gives really good hugs. Like the kind that crack your back, and he like picks you up while he does it. I'm here for it. I would let him hug me. Glad we're all in agreement. Is it really true about my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Enid could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. Yeah, so that's one of the big things we were heading towards last time. Was that the absolute ditzy airhead could not have planned and set up the whole murder plot against Dr. Gray by herself. and that somebody who's a fae and is familiar with all their stuff had to be in on it. And at this point, the only one... the only one who could have done it is Morgan. Or if you're Jordan, it was absolutely Pearl. There's no way around it. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan. That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt... Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hi, Franziska. Miss Von Karma. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation. Yeah. Look down on me even though we're the same age. Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Hi, Franziska, I love you. Is my chat just full of simps for Franziska? I know Nova likes her. Nova says yes. Jordan says probably. And Soul says barista making me laugh while eating. I'm sorry. I'll try to be less funny. I can't guarantee that'll work, but I can try. General consensus. My chat is nothing but Franziska Von Karma simps. And that's okay. That means I can take the other characters that I simp over and keep them to myself. Look, I simp for both Von Karma siblings, okay? Don't worry, Nova. I picked up what you were putting down. I'll wait until my girl Adrian shows up, then you'll see simping. So, soon, but not soon enough. Probably definitely before the end of the year, at least. I don't know. Time is an illusion. Yes. No, keep it up. I want to laugh like a long time ago. You made me bite my own tongue because I laughed a lot. Well, that is not the goal. You kill him on What the Hades Wednesday. Yep, you know what? You've got me there. Time is real and we occasionally kill him when I finally make it to the end on Hades too. Which frankly is not very often so far on my stream file. And by not very often, I mean never. We have yet to kill him. Maybe we'll do that this week. Maybe we can turn our what the heck into what the Hades, like Nova says. I mean, I said I was gonna do spooky stuff, and I have a whole nother outfit I can wear. It's like a Halloween costume. Makes sense. I mean, I already don't stream on Fridays anyway, so I won't be streaming on Halloween. But I also won't be streaming the day before because, Mr. Barista and I are going to a concert together. So, yippee! Not yet! My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. Wait, I just realized Halloween is soon. Yeah, Halloween's next Friday. Not like this upcoming Friday, but a week from Friday. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. Isn't it that guy from Ace Attorney Investigations? I'm starting a Vampire the Masquerade campaign on Halloween, so that'll be fun. Ooh, that is exciting. I hope you have a good time. June 22nd, 12:10 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Teresa, I need to tell you something I forgot. Well, go ahead. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Can you prove Miss Eenie Miney had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Eenie Miney and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection. That is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Last time Mr. Barista killed me in Fortnite randoms. Oh no! You know, I would not be surprised by that. Not specifically that he killed you, but I don't know, I feel like the likelihood of him killing somebody who shows up either like in his streams or mine is higher than than it would be. It was funny, but I also want to say you and Mr. Barista are the perfect combo. I love it. I will entirely agree with that. He really is the cream to my coffee. And I love him immensely. Miss Miney, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. 100% for both of you. Well, thank you. I can't even remember how long it's been since we started looking forward to this concert we're going to next week. I want to say I first heard about it last year at some point. I don't remember. At any rate, it's been a while and we're both very excited and looking forward to it. I have never been to a concert. Well, if you can tolerate a lot of people, a lot of noise, and a lot of visual stimulation, it's a fun experience. If those things are not very good for you, I would recommend certain types of concerts over others. So, for example, next week we're going to the Stardew Valley Symphony of Seasons concert. Which I assume will be an infinitely more subdued, that's the word I'm looking for, crowd than the last concert I went to. I can. I've survived about 10 mosh pits at weddings and other events. Okay, well then, yeah. Depending on what kind of concert you go to, you might not even have those. Like I said, the Stardew Valley Symphony of Seasons one, probably not gonna have a mosh pit. But the last concert I went to, which was a metal show, people were moshing at the very first song of the first opening act. So, keep that in mind. Look, it's Barista and Mr. Barista. Yes. Those rave emotes are very much like what we were at the last concert we went to. So the last concert we went to together was a metal concert. If there was a mosh pit, we were too far away from it, so I couldn't tell you if there was one. See, even Edie is dancing. Yeah, she's just always doing that. She's just always vibing. Huh? I thought, like, you wanted to, like, ask about my, like, motive. I, like, don't see the point in, like, bringing up the past. I did this voice for one of my coworkers at one of my jobs last week, and he was like, that was really good, you should be a voice actor. And I was like, that's about the only voice I can do decently well. And only because I've been doing it a lot recently. Miss Miney, if you please. Okay, okay. Like, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... Last year's accident. Barista is an voice actress, but she didn't tell us. I'm really not. This is like the most voice acting you'll ever get out of me. I'm just a silly little guy who does things on the internet. It just so happens that her voice lines are written very perfectly for the Valley Girl voice that I've been doing basically my whole life. That was, like, last year in May. Like, something really bad happened at, like, my sister's clinic around then. And, like, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. Okay, I'm gonna get real for a sec. If you're having to go somewhere and you're even remotely tired, or it's a long enough drive you think you'll get tired, please stop and take care of yourself. Because, like, if you fall asleep at the wheel, that could be the last time you fall asleep. Why not go to a rest stop? Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm saying. If you're able to. And if you're not able to, find somewhere that is at least relatively safe to pull off the road. Because, like, it's better for you to be, you know, off the road and safe than on the road and unconscious. When that happened to me, I got lucky. I only broke my leg in 3 places. Or if you got another person in the car who can legally drive who isn't tired, have them take over. Yeah. No, dead ass. You only have one you. So take care of yourself. Also, I see all y'all trying to hype me up in the chat. I see you and I appreciate you. I think you're all a little biased, but we're gonna not talk about that. I just won tickets. Nice. What'd you win tickets to? If I had arm movements, I'd say the gun show and I'd flex at you. But I can't do that. Guess what concert? Shit, dude, I don't know. I'm bad at guessing. Barista Tour 2025. It's a good thing you won those tickets because you don't have to pay for those. Those are free. You can just show up. I'm like one of those fucking street side performers. Like, that show up in public parks who do, like, live street performances. That's about where I'm at. Barista! Yes, Nova. Says on the label, free coffee for everyone while supplies last. Yeah. Look, I know I have mental issues because anytime an Ace Attorney case has a woman killer, I get hard eyes. You know what? I can't say I blame you. I really can't. Listen, I support women's rights and women's wrongs. Ace Attorney 3 is awful for me for that reason. Have you ever heard of Harvey Birdman Barista? I have heard of Harvey Birdman. I have not seen it. And I've probably heard voice clips that people have taken from it and dubbed over Ace Attorney things. But I cannot say as I've watched it. Exactly, you get it. I do get it. I am a woman. I commit some of these wrongs, so I must support myself. I was, like, totally pooped, too. So I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, like, woke up because of a jolt, and, like, it was a sea of flames around me. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away. I think I've heard of this incident. Probably. Capcom actually made a Harvey Birdman Wii game on the Ace Attorney engine. That is incredible, and I love that. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Ugh! Those were merely rumors. Totally baseless gossip. Yes, Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Miney's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Hey, I know that guy. His name is Gon from Hunter x Hunter. Or is it Hunter x Hunter? But that tells you how much I've seen of it. None. Gon's the dude with the green shirt and the black hair, right? I'm pretty sure. Maybe that's what I'll Google during the ad break. Yeah, okay. That's about all I know about it. The extent of my knowledge is that there's like two dudes and I can't remember what one of them looks like. I just know there's a guy named Gon and he wears green and has black hair. That's halfway to being like Super Saiyan verticality. That's all I know. And that's all I'll ever know, honestly. I just do not, I'm not curious enough to look it up and find out more. We are on an ad break right now. So we're gonna sit here and look at her Eni trying to potentially form a thought. Maybe if we give her the full minute and a half, she'll come up with something. Probably not. Maybe she'll sit here and try to come up with better... Thank you very much for the Prime subscription. Thank you for using your Bezos Pesos here at the cafe. I do appreciate it. I forgot I have Prime. Well, thank you very much for remembering that you have it and that you use for using it here, rather. In addition to all the benefits that come with having a Twitch subscription, including all the fancy emotes and stuff, since you are... Alright, we should be back about now. Don't worry, souls. You haven't missed anything. Oh no. Poor Souls is getting nothing but Tinder ads. We all good now? Everybody back? Enie's been trying to form a thought. Yes. I got all Tinder ads, but I'm back. Oh no. You know, that's extra kind of morbid because Enie's sitting here talking about her accident and that she woke up in a sea of flames. Jeez. But yeah, no, souls. One thing that I started out doing and then I kind of stopped doing, but that I've picked back up again, to make sure that nobody misses anything like in the game that we're playing, I just don't do anything during an ad break. Like I'll sit here and I'll chat a little bit, talk about random little thoughts and what have you. Make a joke about how Enie's trying to form a thought. I did not mean to do that. Today I learned the scroll wheel can actually go through the fucking dialogue. So kind of you. Well, I don't really think so. Like, I assume at least part of the reason some people show up is to see the game that's getting played, not just me. And so, like, if people are here for that, I want them to be able to see everything. And I know a short while back it was a whole thing of that Queso was talking about on his channel. So, yeah. Took 2 shots of NyQuil, drinking Sleepy Time tea, now I'm gonna play League while fighting the urge to pass out. Let's-a go! Honestly, mood. But try not to fight the urge to pass out too hard. Know when to... You gotta know when to hold them, and know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Know when to go to bed. I show up because I see Barista who cheers me up and I get to know about new games as well. And also my favorite people are on here. Well, we're very glad to hear that. At least I am. I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else. I can only speak for myself. I like having y'all here. So, focusing back on this, something that's getting me is we know, because that really creepy old guy at the clinic, that Enie had, like, just gotten her license, or was about to get her license. So if her sister was so tired, why didn't they talk about switching? Like, why didn't she wake her up and have her drive instead? Look, there was one time when I downed half an expired bottle of cough syrup, and all I remember is that I watched Clone Wars and Jar Jar Binks made me laugh harder than I ever laughed before. I can't tell if that's good or bad. It's probably bad because you had to drink a half a bottle of expired cough syrup to get there. But you also didn't see the Hat Man, but I think he's Benadryl exclusive. Anyway. She was totally tired? You mean exhausted? Don't use such big words, Phoenix. She won't understand it. Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. I became George Lucas's target audience that day. You know what? That's fair. That's very fair. If the bottle had been full when you drank it, you would have got to see him personally. You would have ascended the astral planes and made it there. That's totally how that works, right? I don't know. Yeah, that's Benadryl. I actively avoid Benadryl because I owe the Hat Man money. No, see? What they don't tell you. Yeah, you take X amount of Benadryl and you see the Hat Man. But if you take a couple more, you become the Hat Man. Who needs Better Call Saul when you can have Better Call Barista? I'll have to keep that in mind for when we start the next case. It was like a totally terrible situation. No wonder then that the car accident happened, huh? I didn't get anything out of that, so tell me more. Then why didn't you ask to switch places? Thank you, Phoenix. Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I meant switch drivers.
Who wants coffee? Does anybody want coffee? Call a cop. Who wants coffee?
Thank you very much, Nova, for doing a gift sub in the chat. Thank you for your continued patronage of the cafe, not only with your own subscription, but in gifting subs as well. It is very much appreciated. By me and the recipient of your gift sub, I would assume. Again, I can only speak for myself. Can't speak for other people. There, now you won't be bombarded by Tinder ads. And if you are, I think maybe you'll just have to refresh the page. But we'll find out in about 20 minutes. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True, true. But like, I don't, like, have a driver's license. Girl, fuck you mean? We've got your picture! Or for 1 month at least. This is true. Yeah, so this... With this subscription, you not only get ad-free viewing on my channel, you also get access to all of these incredible emotes that Supernova has drawn. And probably other things that I can't think of right now. Anyway. Ah, yes, you got the raid sip. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay. Anyway. I was like totally pooped too, so I fell asleep in the passenger seat. Okay, where's the added part of the testimony? Oh, here we go. I, like, didn't have my license, so I couldn't, like, take over driving for her. Are you sure about that? Miss Miney, that was a lame lie just now. Phoenix, you don't need to be ableist about it. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney? That's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What? Are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. How'd you know he was perverted? Ouch! No one cares. Trust me, Franziska, you'd care because you'd get a lot of target practice with your whip on him. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's a half-a-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What in the... That's what happened, Mr. Wright. Wow, the judge is making fun of me. At the time of the accident, Miss Miney did not have a driver's license. Ugh. Ow! try and my whip will accommodate.
Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers.
I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sis would've, like, let me drive. Ow! Don't just stand there humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia! With the whip, and the pain, and the ow. Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? That's because...
I think the situation calls for more detailed testimony. Miss Miney, if you please.
Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry. Didn't mean to be mean. Uh-huh. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, "No way am I letting a noob drive my car." So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too.
I see. A bright red car for sports.
Judge, please tell me you don't think the car is for sports. Hey!
Well, I'm sorry that wasn't what you ordered. I'll get that fixed up right away.
Though, frankly, I'm very glad that redeem actually works, because I don't think anybody has ever used it before.
I do love boba, don't worry. Then why'd you throw it at me?
Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow.
Now then, the defense may question the witness.
Not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... really close to getting my license. Big fan of cars. Just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. Well, Phoenix may not know anything about cars. Neither do I. My knowledge of cars goes as far as Ninja Sex Party's song, "I Own a Car." Well, let's see if we can get anything out of this. It was a new car. Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK. No, don't cry, barista. Also, I didn't know I was gonna throw it to you. Don't sue me. We don't need Phoenix here. No, you're fine. That's what it's supposed to do. It's silly. I don't use it because I don't want to throw open liquids at you. Okay, but it's not open. It breaks open when it hits me. It's got, like, that plastic boba seal on top. It explodes when it hits my head. This is fine.
The UK?
Chat. Are you fucking seeing this, chat? Judge, I don't even know if I can read this line. You've said some pretty dense and stupid shit, but this has to take the cake.
The UK, were those her boyfriend's initials?
I think we need a new judge. I think we do too. How did he pass the bar? Long ago and far away, the standards for passing the bar were a lot different. Now he's a judge and they can't take that back from him. Or something. I don't know. I'm just a barista. I don't know how law works. My lawyer will contact after the stream. And it was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive. Guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. Okay, tell me more. Phoenix, I get it. You're not a car girl. I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor?
Yes?
Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony.
You mean the part about it being a special import car?
Yes.
Well, if you like cars that much, then...
That's not my point! Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either.
Miss Miney, would you please fix your testimony?
Sure, whatever. My sister's new car was like a totally special model from England. I know a lot about cars. JK, I don't. I don't either. Maybe there's something in the clipping about the accident that I'm not getting. About the car. Well, if it's from England, then it's probably backwards, right? Like the driver's on the right and the passenger's on the left. My favorite car is the Barista Mobile. That's just my car with a trailer on the back where I sell coffee sometimes. Two women's car crashed into a highway center divide. One of the women was not able to escape the flaming wreckage and died at the site. Ongoing investigation, the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. Totally tired and dropped off to sleep. Opened a sea of flames. Still half asleep, but I opened the right... Oh. Okay. I think this is what we're looking for. It runs on coffee. Oh, I hope it gets good coffee mileage, otherwise that'd be a lot of fucking coffee. I was like half asleep, but I opened the right door and like got out. But if it's a British car and the driver's on the right, that would mean you were driving. Or you've got something mixed up here. Curious how they did that in the original Japanese version, since the driver's side is the same in England and Japan. If I remember correctly, it's just a localization thing. Since they don't really show anything, they can just, you know, say what happened. Like, what's what. So in, like, the original, they probably said it was a US imported car, and they said it was the other way around. Since it's a text-only thing, it's a lot easier to do than with art. I assume, anyway. At least I'm pretty sure. I, like, looked into it once, and I think that's what happened. Miss Miney? Do you remember this article from the newspaper? Highway of Nightmare. Yeah, so it was like late May. I opened the right door and got out. So he's probably gonna point that out. I hope he does, because I don't know what else he's gonna pull out of his ass if he doesn't. It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right?
Well, it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left side.
That would be, if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car.
Opposite?
The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be on the left side. Oh, girl, your bra. Ah!
What do you mean by this?
Miss Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Ah!
Order! Order in the court! Order! Order! Order!
Oh! Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Eni said the person who was driving the car was her older sister, Mimi Miney. That is what Eni said, yes, but that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. He said the order, please, so I will take a number 5. You got it, Souls. Would you like that small, medium, or large? Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eni or Mimi, who was really driving that night? Large, please. You got it. Would you like that hot or iced? Iced, you got it. Would you like any dairy, cream, milk, whatever, or sugar, sweetener, anything like that? So they're saying that we're making a huge assumption. Just sugar and thank you. You got it. So one thing that they really, well, I don't want to say they really harped on, but they mentioned that the accident was so bad that the one who survived had to get facial reconstruction surgery. And that it was based off of Eni's photo. But if Mimi was the one who was driving, and let's say she was the one who, you know, crashed, got out, and survived, and all she had was her sister's picture. If she was really that into her car, I don't feel like she would be lying about that. And like I said, they keep saying how we've been making an assumption this entire time. So we've just always assumed and taken her at literal face value when she said she's Eni. But what if Eni was the one who died and Mimi's the one who's standing here? Fuck it, we ball. The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive.
But you just said the witness, Miss Eni Miney, was the one in the driver's seat.
Which leads us to the next question. The next
Question?
Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? Ugh. What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. Oh, whoa. We get a 50-50 shot. The witness's real name is... It's gotta be. This is not the profile section. Eni was the one who actually died, and then Mimi only had a picture to, like, take her place. And then she... The attorney's badge! No, you know what? You're so right. Will the game even let me get away with showing the badge? The witness is really... The judge is befuddled.
Would the defense please inform the court of his birth name?
Phoenix Wright, Your Honor.
And what a relief. I thought you'd forgotten your own name. Again.
I was beginning to think he forgot too. Wait a second. I screwed up, didn't I? Big time. Listen, this is the grand finale. Don't hold back. Let it all out on this one. I did! I showed my badge! Alright, I'll give it another shot. I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name. It's gotta be Mimi. Mimi Miney. That is your real name. Of all the foolish dribble! Then how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted to the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave her doctors at the time. That's right. This is a picture of her younger sister. No!
But Mimi Miney. But Mimi Miney. She died in the car accident.
That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then the body they found at the crash site. That was the body of the real Eenie Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Miney? Chat, I can't stop laughing. You and me both, souls. You and me fucking both. Holy shit. Your Honor, I'll show you the real killer badge. I love how she doesn't have, like, a name thing anymore. It's... Glug, 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 glug. Thank you for the hydrate, souls. That car accident 1 year ago. Yeah, because obviously people can get their hair cut and everything. But in the pictures, it would help if I would go to pick profiles. Mimi's always been shown as having longer hair, whereas Enie's always been shown as having shorter hair. So, like, that's sort of a subtle clue as to what happened, as to the identity of her. Like I said, anybody can cut their hair anytime, so she didn't always look like that, probably, but, like... It's a little... It's a subtle foreshadowing, and I liked it. That car accident 1 year ago. Why not check fingerprints? Because they only did fingerprinting not until at least the 4th game, not counting the bonus case of the 1st game. Because the bonus case of the 1st game, the 5th case, Rise from the Ashes, was only introduced after it was ported to the Nintendo DS. Yeah, we don't have DS technology yet. The one who died that night was Eenie Miney. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence. Yeah, she probably got to stop being under the direct scrutiny of everybody for the clinic accident. Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray.
Ah!
What is the meaning of this nonsense? Wait, can I play all the games on the DS? Sort of? So, the best... I don't want to say the best way, but you can play all of the games on most modern consoles. Like, current gen. Like, I'm playing this on Steam. But all of the games are also available on Switch. And yeah, like Jordan says, if you have a 3DS, you can play them all. The first 3 games, the first trilogy, originally came out on the Game Boy Advance. The 4th game came out on the Nintendo DS, and then they re-released all, like, the first 3 for the Nintendo DS as well. And then the 5th and 6th games originally came out on the 3DS. So like Jordan says, if you have a 3DS and you want to play them on I guess native hardware is the word I'm looking for. That would be how you do it. And if you have $150, you can play the underrated Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton. Is that how much that goes for? Well, I got fucking robbed. I'll buy it. You should, it's actually very fun. But yeah, most modern consoles and Steam, they have 2 trilogy sets. It is, and I'm pissed because I sold my copy. You and me both, my friend. You and me both. But it's better to sell it to have a roof over my head, so guess I can't complain too much. But yeah, so there's the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy, the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy, the Ace Attorney Investigations duology, and the Great Ace Attorney Investigation. No, not the Great Ace Attorney Investigations, just the Great Ace Attorney duology. Didn't sell so well, so there was a low print number. Makes sense. Yeah, I used to own a copy of it, but I had to sell my entire DS collection. Not even just my entire DS collection, my entire game collection. All my 64 games, all my GameCube games, all my Wii games. All my DS and 3DS games. What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible. Because Mimi Miney was in fact still alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Woo. We're just waiting here for a minute because the ad break started and nothing popped up to tell me that it was. How rude. Oh well. C'est la vie. The judge is shocked that there are ads. Yeah. The judge is flabbergasted. His flabbers are thoroughly gasted. Not to be confused with his flabbers are thoroughly gastered, because that's an entirely different can of worms that we're not getting into. Oh, gaster like Undertale, I get it. Hey, barista, can I tell you something? If you want to. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. Sadly, I must be off to EP Time Junction. Y'all have a wonderful night. Well, good night, Nova. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. Excuse me. The judge is flabbergasted and I'm just yawning. Take that, ads. I'm glad I'm back. You made me feel happy, not just for that. Thank you, Nova and Jordan. It means a lot Well, like I said, I'm glad to have you here. I appreciate you coming here and spending your time. It is the most valuable commodity you have. Once spent, you cannot get it back. Hell yeah, dude.
Well, Miss Miss Von Karma.
Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney. That quack doctor. He got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi, too. So close.
But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister?
I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted her old self to disappear because of, like I said, the malpractice thing. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister.
Unbelievable. Plan beyond my wildest imagination.
See, Judge, this is why you can't be a criminal. I'm gonna cry for this one. Yeah, this one's really fucking sad. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? You mean the guy from Banjo-Kazooie? Pour one out for Eni. Pour one out for everybody in this case. Just a collective pour. Especially me losing half my health bar for showing my badge. Oh, look. Is that how we're pouring one out? I'll take it. Becoming Eni has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all!
I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as, why did Miss Miney choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fade agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear.
The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fey. This... Oh, she's about to crash out so fucking hard. Phoenix, you might want to hide. I was about to get mad at her for but now this has me crying. This is preposterous. I'm perfect. Me, Francisco von Karma. Oh, Phoenix, no, don't rub it in. You're just gonna... She's probably gonna knock your ass out by whipping the shit out of you. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss Von Karma. How about you? It's gonna be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Ow! Oh! Ah! Ow! 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 And one more for good measure. Phoenix is fucking dead. Phoenix? Hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! This is all part of Pearl's plan to become the main branch of the Faye family. Yep, you got it, Jordan. You figured out the master plan of an 8-year-old. Sue her right there. That's 3. Phoenix is now in Arizona.
We're going to Tahiti.
Also, big fan of the Metal Gear reference. Never played Metal Gear, but even I can get a good reference. This court is a fraud! A sham!
Now then. It looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains... It looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict.
If it's a sham, Franziska, go back to Europe. Exactly, Kaito. You're so right. Also, welcome in. You showed up just in time for Franziska's crash out, and now Phoenix is fucking dead. I hope you're doing well tonight. Franziska hit me next. You didn't hear anything. Souls, remember, you're mostly among like-hearted and minded people. There are probably the other people in the chat who are thinking the same thing. I'm not among them, but I'm not gonna stop you. Hot. Milky. Phoenix isn't even there. He's just fucking dead.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Oh my god. June 22nd, 3:13 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Curled under the stand in the fetal position. I mean, yeah, he also just got whipped into unconsciousness, so... I can't fault him for that. Congratulations, Maya. Sis! Aww. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Yeah, because this is the first time that Maya has been able to see Mia ever since she died. Because whenever we've seen Mia before now, Maya's always been the one channeling her. And obviously when Maya's not there, she can't see her. So now that Pearl's the one channeling her. This is really fucking sweet. Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? Still weird that an 8-year-old grows size I don't know bazoombas. Yeah. Game theory, the Fae family magic isn't just channeling, it's also a complete total body morphing. Like Mystique from X-Men or some shit. That the body can change so much and not be like completely fucked up. I was inside that clothing box, right? Oh, the real Fae family technique is turning evidence. That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. Aww. There is still one thing I don't quite get. Something Phoenix won't do again until Dual Destinies. Yeah. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi Miney had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks! Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Miney with a plan like that? I just don't understand it. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... You know, Jordan, I'm sure you're probably just doing it for the jokes. Pearl told her to. There, she's evil. Jordan, I'm sure your suggestion was at least partially in jest, but I think that's the answer here. Morgan did all this so Pearl would be the next, you know, next master of the channeling technique. So, like... Pearly? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Karain Village. And that person will be you, Maya. And? But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then? The Branch family. My aunt. No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Ah! Everything was done for her sake. It was also that Pearls would become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? I think she was saying, I thought so. Oh. Man, how fucking evil do you have to be for fucking your own niece who loved you and, you know, cared about you and everything to have suspected your evil intentions towards her and her... I don't know. It's fucked up, man. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement cell 13. I'm sure that's not significant. My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable to be the master of Karain, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. This is not what her voice sounded like, don't mind me. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder. I cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That Maya Fey. You mean your fucking niece? Ugh, don't look at me like that. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. I place Morgan Fay as a tier 1 hater. Yes. Episode 2, Reunion and Turnabout. The end. A brand new episode has been added. Franziska von Karma, the TV show, featuring some really twink-looking guy back here. Oh boy, worst case in the series. That is what people say. That is an opinion that a lot of people hold. Oh no, it's this fucking case. Yeah. Yeah. On that note, though, you know, I know the case where everyone needs to be in jail. I know it's a bit of a shorter stream tonight, but I think this is where we're gonna call it. Because I don't want to say I don't want to start a new case, but it's 1:15 my time. And even starting just the investigation phase of a case can take at least an hour. And I would rather start it on another day when we're like fresh and raring to go. So we're gonna, like I said, we're just gonna call this here. And we'll probably come back and start it up on Thursday. Because, you know, Monday, Thursday is usually Ace Attorney days. Yippee. Let's see. Also, barista, guess what? What's up, souls? I play this game on my phone for only 25 bucks. I'll buy it after stream. I mean, if that's what you want to do, by all means. If you do, I hope you enjoy it. If I had to guess, if I remember correctly, is that the port that has all three of them? Yeah, okay. I thought so. Professor Layton is also on the phone. Professor Layton is pretty peak. And I don't mean peak like climbing up mountains. I mean peak like really good shit. Professor Layton is a puzzle-solving game series. And also had a crossover game with Phoenix Wright. I think there's at least, what, 6 mainline Professor Layton games now? That sounds right. At least 6 or maybe 7. There's a lot. Like I said, it's all about, you know, puzzle solving. So if you're into puzzle solving kind of things, it is definitely a series to check out. So I would highly recommend that. And if puzzle games aren't your thing, maybe don't do that. Yeah, Layton is good. It's like a sister series to Ace Attorney. Thank you, Jordan. That was what I was trying to come up with. I was trying to come up with a way to say how it's like, in some way it's like this, but to the left. But the words were just not happening. What are words and how do I do them? The answer is I don't. You know what? Let me see. Oh wow, that's fresh. Hey barista, I have a question. What's up? What is your favorite coffee? I think you never told me, but I am curious. That is a very good question. I think... Let's see. If I ever had to pick, like, a singular coffee or something to have for, like, the rest of my life, it would It would probably be some kind of iced coffee. Iced coffee with milk. Doesn't matter what kind of milk. I usually go for whole milk anyway. Usually iced coffee with whole milk and some kind of like sugar-free sweetener. Or like caramel. I'm always down for a good caramel iced coffee. Again, I don't want to say it's an oldie, but a goodie. It's a classic. It's good. You have Discord or no? I do not have a Discord server. I am on Discord. So like you can find me and message me, but I frankly do not check my Discord as much as I should. So whether or not that's something that's going to happen in the future, I still haven't really decided. I honestly don't think so, just because I don't plan on there being a big enough community for something like that. I mean, if it's something that happens, it'll be something that happens, but for the foreseeable future, yeah, no. Given the things I see people go through who have their own Discord servers, it is so much of a hassle sometimes. And this is gonna sound bad, but with all the drama and stuff that comes with having your own Discord, from what I've seen, it's just not worth it. Barista cord. Yes. But yeah, I am in Mr. Barista's server. So if you want to reach out to me that way, you are more than welcome to. Like I said, I don't check my messages very often. But we'll see. It's one of those things I think I would have to like take an entire freaking day to get set up how I want it to be. And even then, I'm sure it wouldn't be the way I want it to be. So it's just... It's not even an on the back burner thing. It's not even on the stove. But I think what we're gonna do... I want to go somewhere. We're gonna go somewhere chill. We're just gonna go somewhere and hang out. Yeah, can we stop by and get some coffee on the way? I mean, we can bring the coffee to go. Because that's what the raid message is. That's what our usual raid message is. We bring a to-go order. We bring our to-go order to whoever we are raiding. And tonight, that is going to be Pachi. Pachi is going to be playing Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. Now, I am a very big fan of the Story of Seasons and early Harvest Moon games. And I like Pachi streams, so we're gonna go and hang out just go see whatever she's up to. Thank you for the stream. It was wonderful. Well, I appreciate y'all stopping by as always. Now, she's literally just still... Pachi's literally still just starting up, so... Eat your food, drink your water, take your meds, get some rest. See you tomorrow.